Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. It is day 4 of my personal Get It Done project list. And happens to be the one I'm going to work mostly on today is Oh My Stars, because that's what I had on the calendar. Yes. It just works out beautifully, doesn't it? Just works out beautifully. So first of all, let's go back a step to the binding for the barn star. So I have to wrap that up. I have some binding audition. So first take a look at that. Here's auditioning that binding options. This is the smaller one and it's just on grain, so it's straight. No likey that. No. We're gonna make it on angle. So like it'll be biased, which will be fine, but on angle, let's see how that looks. Oh, so much better on angle. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, so that's the smaller one. Let's look at the bigger one, which is printed on angle. So I don't have to, this gingham is printed that way, so I can just do straight grain on that. It's a little bit bigger. You can see the scale. So let's try it. And here is the larger one. You know, once it's there in this little skinny strip against the quilt, they really don't look that different. So, you know, I think I'm going to go with the smaller one. They both look great, but I think I'm going to go with the smaller one. Yeah, back, forth, bing, 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 bing. So here it is. Here it is, all pressed under. I should fold it nicely because it's going to be a few weeks before it'll be back from the spa. It will go to the spa probably at the end of the month, and then I'll get it back in January sometime. So I went, did I say that in the clips? Anyways, I went with the smaller one. And there we go. I do have to just double check that I have enough. I haven't measured it. I have to do that. So I'm putting it on the back table there. Back table. And if you saw the title, I have an Oliso Iron discount for you. So my friends at Oliso, they have the main size iron, the Pro Plus, I think they call it. This is a regular size iron. It comes in several colors, and it is 30% off with my coupon. So use my coupon. When you go over there, you use my link. You have to use my link and the code that I gave you, HolidayPat30, and you can get one of the irons for 30% off. So it's a deal. It's a deal. I'll remind you at the end because, you know, I don't want you to miss out. Nobody should miss out on that. Right now I'm using a yellow one. I often use the pink one. I don't know. Oh, maybe I'll switch it back to the pink one. I think I was demoing, I like showing you the yellow one like a while back, and I just got it out and used it and just never put it back. I have a couple of them because I work with them. They also have the new, but they all the pre-orders were sent for the new minis. So the new minis have new features. They have a little light. They can sit on their heel. There are not many of these left right now because they sold out. They almost sold out, I guess, on their pre-orders, and so whatever was left, and then they're manufacturing more. So just to let you know, if you're going to get the big one, the sale is only for the big one. But if you want a little one, you could just, you know, pop it in your cart. Pop it in your cart, like, you know, while you're there. So okay. Today in the UK, in England, it is a Christmas jumper day. And when I saw that, it just made me smile. My dad's wife is British, although she doesn't use the word jumper anymore because she's been in the US and actually living outside of the UK for many years. I mean, she grew up there but left when she was like 17 and really has rarely lived back in the UK since then. But Christmas, a jumper for them, for the British and maybe other countries. I didn't research that, but probably some of the other countries, a jumper is a sweater. Versus what we think of as a jumper might be either coveralls or maybe a dress with a bib kind of thing. So anyway, it's Christmas sweater day in the UK, and it's brownie day. The cake, the chocolate brownies. Yes, well, there's blonde brownies and probably other kind of brownies, but real brownies are really chocolate, and they have to have nuts, or they're not real brownies. So you have to have nuts in them. just to share these wonderful tidbits with you. Okay, we're going to go to the other side of the table and cut mushroom borders for my Oh My Stars. First things first, I'm on the back side of the table, so I measured this and I have enough, and I'm good. I'm good. I don't know, I might grab, well, I'm probably not going to use that fabric. I might grab the fabric. Like there's a smaller piece left of this. Well, there's a bigger piece and a smaller piece. I might grab the small piece and store it with this just in case my measurement's a little bit off and I don't happen to get to the barn star binding for a while. Because, you know, my track record of getting things to going quickly bound is not good. It's not good. My track record is not good in that area. So I will save myself the grief in case I'm a little short, but I don't think. It looked like I had quite a bit extra. Okay, Oh My Stars. The mushroom fabric is so cute. This peach is kind of like, reminds me of the one color in there. It's got a little bit more vibrant than that, but I am using the bonus border. Let's get moving here, Pat. The bonus border, which is a little wider than what's in the pattern that you download. The bonus border, a table runner, some other things are all on the project page for Oh My Stars. Okay, so that means they're 4 inches wide. And I have a stack. I have a stack of fabric here. And I grabbed this stack just when I brought it over here and picked it up, and I was like, okay, let's look at the mushroom fabric because you know, I've got widths and I've got horizontals. I'm like going, well, I didn't get extra, really that much extra yardage for the vertical. I think I said cross and horizontal, which are the same thing, but you know what I mean. So I thought this is not good. I'm going to have to piece this. I'm not excited about that because the longest piece is 41. And I'm like, okay. Let's think. And then under here, under here is the mega yardage. I think I bought a couple of yards, because I love it so much, and this was the only color left when I finally went to buy. So it's like I've got 2 yards. So I do not have to piece any of the border fabric because they're in chunks. So when you look at this, you've got a 32-inch length here, a 41, 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 35 and a half. So some long pieces. And I want them all directional. So these will be the mushrooms vertical, horizontal, you know, there. All right, so I did work with the smaller piece first to just, I did one strip, one 4-inch strip, and I cut this one here. So I've got this one, and I've got the corner up here. So I've got those two done. And then I was waiting. I had a few minutes. Okay, so do you do this? I had a few minutes that I couldn't really start filming this. So I thought, well, what could I do that could kind of put me ahead for a few minutes, since I had to stop and go do something else. So you can see the stars at the top of this one and at the bottom of that one. So they go on the proper rows. So that leaves me with doing the other chunks. I will take the smaller piece here and do the other horizontals. This long piece here and this additional long piece there, because I've already done that one. I've done that one, I've done this one, and I've done this one and that square. So I would do the rest of the horizontals. Then I will take this one and do the verticals, cut the vertical that I need. I also, because I love this fabric so much, I bought some extras of things. I might use this one for backing, and then I'm going to do a mushroom pillow and I guess you all call these moths. I keep calling them butterflies, but I think they're moths. And then this was extra because I'll probably use it for the binding then, and it's the stars, so I had gotten it for that. This project also creates, sew and flip corners, and I've sewed all those, so I'll probably make them into a little quilt block, maybe a pillow. I need another corner in my house to decorate, okay? Let's just talk about this. It's like, I need another little corner. Someday when my dining room doesn't have to have so much, when I've pared down my things to more just what I'm working with, which is a goal for me for someday. I don't need to really be storing that much stuff. I really work with just current things, but I'm digressing. But anyways, when that happens, there'll be a corner or a wall there that I can use to do a little bit more decorating, because it would be so fun to make a little vignette with the Oh My Stars on the wall, a little table, you know, and put, you know, a mushroom pillow, or like a chair with a mushroom pillow and a butterfly pillow, you know, maybe a little mushroom collection of mushroom things. It would just be so cute to create these little vignettes. Okay, I'm going to digress some more, because when I wrote my first books, my publisher was Leisure Arts, and Leisure Arts was based in Little Rock, Arkansas at the time. They have since been purchased by another company, so they are no longer there. They no longer work the same way. They still exist. Leisure Arts books still exist, but they're owned by somebody else. But when they were their own company, they were really quite large, and they published a lot of things. They published for other people. They had an in-house craft department that wrote and made a lot of the projects for, you know, like craft books. So they didn't have authors doing them. Their company did them. Their staff did them. Really, really talented and creative people worked there. And what they did in their entire office area, because they had all this stuff that they made all the time for the books, they had it, so they would decorate little vignettes around the whole entire office. They would actually, I talked to the one guy, I forget what he did. I don't know if he was a photographer or one of the managers, whatever. They decorated his office. He goes, oh yeah, they just redecorated my office. So I mean, the staff would come with their products and they would just redecorate, and then they could use it for a photo shoot if they wanted to, for something, maybe marketing or the book itself. But generally they had actually photo studios. They had a whole studio area, a big building with tall ceilings, and they built walls in it and all this stuff, and they would do all the photography there. Not necessarily in little offices where it was desks were in the way and bookcases and stuff, but they would decorate around, and it was so inspirational to be there. Every time I went, I became so inspired by all that creativity there. It was just amazing, and that's what I think of. I think of that place and I think, I just like a little vignette here, a little vignette there. It would just be nice. My house is so small that I just don't have a lot of space for that. Okay. I am going to cut some mushrooms. I am going to cut. This one is no biggie, right? I'm just cutting horizontal. But let me show you the thought process on doing the vertical. This, because I am going to be going the way this mushroom is. Here. Okay, so the mushroom is yardage now. Okay, this is like 2 yards of mushroom fabric. So it's 2 yards of mushroom fabric, and this is called length of fabric. This is width, which is on the bolt, and it's always, we figure as designers in the industry, like 40 inches, but you might get 42 on some bolts, you know, wide. This is the width. This is what it comes on the bolt. It's folded like this. But then the length of fabric is the yardage you buy. You buy half a yard, you buy 2 yards, you buy 5 yards, you know, you buy 3/4 of a yard. This is the length. And the design, the direction of the design, lets my mushrooms come the length, which means I don't need to piece them. If they were going this way, I would only have whatever the width of fabric was. That's it. I could never get any more. But when it's length, it's beautiful. I could have, you know, a bed-sized quilt with a length like this. I wouldn't have to piece it, a piece of seam. So I just need to get the longest one. What I would do here, I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to put this down here because this is my thought process. This is how I think about it. Okay. Whoop. Let's get over here. Okay, this is how I think about it. So what I have here is, I'm just rounding it up, 36 and 14. And when you add those together, 6 and 4 is 10, 3, 4, 5. So I have 50. And over here it's 41. So 50, I could round it up a little bit to 50 and a half or 51. That's the length. That's how long I want to cut it. And I have 2 of these. So 4 and 4 is 8. So I want to cut it maybe, you know, 8 and a half or 9 wide, so I can get all 3 of these pieces. Plus, I have these 2 as well. I have to add in Okay, I have to add in another 5 inches. So I have to add another 10. So I have to add another 10 to that, so it means 60. Okay, or yeah, so no, it's actually it's actually just 5, so it's like 55 because I've got 2 strips, so there'll be one from this side, one from that side. Okay, so it's like 55 is about what I need to cut. And I'll cut it just a little bit longer so I'm not messed up and didn't cut enough. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to find 50, and I usually use 30 as my marker on the mat as a rough measure. 30, and then I want 55. Yeah, I want 55. So 30, 40, 55. So down here, about this point. And what I need to do then is I don't need to cut here till the end. I just need to stop here, and if I'm cutting double, I just need to get 4 inches in from the selvage. Want to be sure you get past that on both sides if you're cutting it this way, because if they're not totally straight, you'll mess up. So you could, I often will cut this width just a little bit wider than what I need, like 4 1/4, something like that. So I have a little wiggle room, or maybe 4 1/2, and that's what the strip is. So my marker is down at this end now. I just rotated it so the selvage is to the left of me. So here is the end, from the pin to the end, and then I will just take my my wide ruler and go in a bit from the selvages and cut my 4-inch strip. So, and it's wider than 4 inch. And I'll go back then and cut the other side to the 4 inches. So here we go. And it just is, this is this is the first cut. So that I have one straight side, but then you want to be careful when you're doing this that you don't all of a sudden start sliding the ruler, so that it's not giving you enough of a cut. But I need 4 inches, and then I watch for the pin. Okay, so there's the pin. And I don't need to go past the pin. Now I am cutting the selvage off from, like I have all this fabric over here that won't have the selvage, but it is down there. Or I could just, when I trim it off, I could keep it, so that it's with this bigger piece of fabric. So I remember years from now when I'm old and gray, what fabric line was this? Like, will I care? Will I even care? But if you do. So now I will just rotate this and trim the other side off. So I've got a 4-inch strip, and then cut those to size, and I'll put them up on the design wall and we'll take a look. Okay, real quick, this is how I'm trimming it. So I flipped it, right? So I cut from this side, which was all the other fabric, which is now here, and then now I'm doing the second cut to make it the 4 inches that I need. So there we go. 2 things before we wrap up with the border on the Oh My Stars. Okay, I have something came in the mail. This one's a mystery from a mystery person. Such a sweet ornament, but there was no card that said who it came from because it was shipped directly. So if this came from you, let me know in the comments. It's so pretty. I'm going to put it right on my tree. And the other one was from Broom, and it is perfect for today. Just perfect that it came, that I could open it today. It is a mushroom sweater. I love this so much. Look at this. Look at it. It's going to go with my quilt. That's it's going to stand by the quilt when I wear it. Oh, and it's so soft. It's really, really soft. Thank you for thinking of me. Okay, and the other thing is the Jolly Bar, the Jolly Box, not the Jolly Bar, the Jolly Box. Kimberly and Kevin, who own the Fat Quarter Shop, their last name is Jolly, and so a lot of things are called Jolly that they have. It's like me calling the thing Sloan. They call it Jolly, but it's a cuter name. I'm going to reveal, if you have not opened your box yet because you're saving it, some of you are saving it for Christmas, then, you know, fast forward, close your eyes, turn off the sound. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. There's always the cover sheet. 'Tis the season to be jolly, and then there's a coupon on the back, and so you want to save the back of this and get your coupon code. Now the Jolly Box is a exclusive one-off. It is not in the subscription service. Of course, they give the little card again, and so I'm just going to pull out a few things. So we have some thread, so for sewing up the project. There's a fabric. Before we get to the fabric, I'll show you. Look at this. Like a Christmas cracker. For those of you who know what those are, you pull these and they pop and there's a little surprise in it. Mine from this thing has pins. Oh, red and green pins. I don't want to open it. I'm going to maybe put it under my tree. See? Got red and green for the holidays. That is so darling. Okay, and so here is the project. We've got first the holiday cheer fabric. Okay, we'll just take a quick look at that because we need to see it. It's so cute. It's got Christmassy fabric. Let me just pull that. With the cookies, the fabric with the cookies, and in red and in white with the stockings. And there's trees. Oh, how sweet. The text print, or let's go this way. There's some text print. Peace, jolly. Another Christmas wreaths and presents. Such cute fabric. I'm trying to look. Oh, the vintagey Santas, my favorite. And polka dots. Now they always give you an exclusive pattern to do this with. And here it is. How cute is this? Look at that. Candy canes and peppermint swirls. So darling. It is a 52 by 52. You could buy, you know, some extra fabric and do a border if you wanted a little bit bigger. But this is so darling. Oh, you could, I'm thinking like it would make even a cute table runner. If you didn't want to do the whole thing, you could do like a table runner of candy canes and peppermints, or just the peppermints. Oh, so darling. What else do we have? A zipper pull for your bags with the candy cane. That is so sweet. I love these zipper pulls. Let's put it on my zipper bag, so you can put it on any zipper bag. And here is, Quilt As You Go, the Jolly Gingerbread Pot Holders. Look at that. These kits are super cool. Some of our ambassadors, Barbara, our ambassador for sure, has made some of these, and she says she really loves them. So they are super fun. Yeah, so you can make it with the fabric you got, or you could make it with some other fabric, but that is so cute. So that is what came in the Jolly Box this year. All right, we're going to zip over to the other side and wrap up the Oh My Stars. Real quick before I sew all the borders on, here's how it looks. I don't know why I did it this way. I think I was trying to make the fabric most efficient, but the borders go on the top. You do the top, then you do the left side from that square down to here, then you do the bottom over to here, and then the right side. And that's how the borders go on. So I'm going to sew that up and we'll take a look. Okay, I could not resist. I had to put it on. Look how cute it is. Look how cute the mushrooms are. Oh my goodness. If I can find the link to this, I will put it in the description box below. But look how darling this sweater is. Thank you. Thank you so very much for thinking of me. Okay, all the borders are on. The Oh My Stars with the mushroom fabric. I am so excited about this. I love it, love it, love it. So this still is not totally complete, so we'll be talking about it next week some more, because I will be doing the backing and the binding, right? Got to get the backing and the binding made. Plus, I think I'm going to make a mushroom pillow with the peach fabric. I'm going to make a pillow just so that I have it for that magical little display area that I'm going to put together. And just to show you, I got the Barn Star binding marked all together so it can go in the bin over there in the cabinet. All right, my friend, this was a productive 4 days, but I'm not done. I'm going to be working on those and filming bits and parts of working through that stack of mostly binding. Yeah, it's all binding. And then doing some other things too, on my get it done list. I'll show you my empty bins on Monday. So I've got to do a little bit more to tidy up a little bit. So I'll have that. And don't forget, if you need a new iron or you want an Oliso iron, this main size, the big size, is 30% off with my discount code exclusively for you guys. Just you and you and you. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.